Hello and welcome to all of our gold viewers who are here with us today. Welcome, and it's wonderful to have Erika Dudley with me. Hello, Erika.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
It's wonderful to have you here. Here at Gold, we are very busy. We are in the process of creating our brand new ethics package. And you, Erika, are one of our speakers in the package, and we're delighted to have you and host you here at Gold. But before we talk about your presentation and the ethic package, I want to talk a little bit about you. First of all, where in the world are you?
Yes, thank you. So I'm over in the US, up in Indiana. It's very Midwestern. My area.
Did you already get some snow? Or not yet?
Actually, yes, we've had our second day of snow. My son is ecstatic.
Wonderful. It's always fun. That's fantastic. So, yes, and Erika, you're an IBCLC. So tell us a little bit about your background, how you got there, and and about your work.
Sure, absolutely. So I learned about lactation as a profession after I was about a year into breastfeeding my son, which is just kind of crazy thinking about because I did not know that breastfeeding was a feeding option until I got pregnant with my son. So it was really just kind of by happenstance. There was a promotion for a breastfeeding class, and I happened to take it, and that kind of piqued my interest. And then I learned that the statistics around Black moms and breastfeeding, and
Mhm.
then I kind of took that as a challenge upon myself to not be one of those statistics. And so that really just kind of evolved into me learning about the profession. And then I learned about WIC, and then I started as a peer counselor. And so that was really my point of entry, and it just kind of evolved from there.
Oh, beautiful. So, yeah, I mean, being passionate about what you do because you have that personal, very personal experience there as well. And WIC is such a wonderful organization to be part of that and be a peer counselor. That's absolutely fantastic. I think I have a big heart for peer counselors because I feel like they do so much in the community, right? I mean, Erika, you've been there,
Absolutely.
you know the hard work they put in, and they are really the boots on the ground there in the community and reach people that maybe or families that maybe otherwise wouldn't have a chance to experience that or get help or so very important role
Definitely.
there. Yeah, very important role. So you're also a creator of and host of a podcast, the Leveling Up in Lactation podcast. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I kind of selfishly created that because I wished I'd heard these stories as I was learning and going about the way of becoming an IBCLC. Just like with Black moms that breastfeed, I didn't know a lot of them when I was breastfeeding, but then
Mhm.
also I did not see a lot of reflection of Black lactation
Right.
consultants, specifically IBCLCs. And so I was really curious on how did these other people, the big names that I do know, how did they get into the field? How did they make it to become an IBCLC? What's behind the curtain, if you will? And so really the podcast is a way for me to interview specifically Black lactation professionals, whether
Mhm.
you're a peer counselor or CLS or IBCLC. And it's really about the pathway they took, the journey, what life was like with their family members as they were kind of
Mhm.
in pursuit of this. So it's really just kind of grew based upon feedback from people that listen. And so we've actually had over 5,000 downloads of people that have listened to the over 30 episodes. And it really just kind of sparks joy every time I'm able just to have a candid conversation with each professional. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And what a fun, wonderful resource too about also for new IBCLCs or people or providers thinking about becoming an IBCLC, right? I mean,
Yep.
to see how others did it, what the barriers are, and I know there are many barriers. Especially for Black IBCLCs or people who are of color. And so I think it's a wonderful resource that you put out there for others to listen to learn from, and get inspired from and motivated from. That's wonderful.
Thank
So
you so much.
let's talk about your presentation. And I
Yes.
love the title of it, More Than Words, Leveling Up Language in Lactation. So, which is part of the ethics package. And I know ethics is the ethics package. We have created that for our IBCLCs because it's part of a requirement. And here at Gold, we wanted to make it interesting because sometimes we get feedback, oh, ethics, oh, that's such a heavy topic. And,
Yeah.
I'd like to be out there with, serving my families and now, but it can be really fascinating and interesting and really hands-on as well. And that's where your presentation comes in. So tell us a little bit what we can look forward to.
Yeah, so in the presentation, I really wanted to try to bring some understanding and a lot of context around the value of good, solid language and communication. It
Mhm.
may be like the last thing that you're really wanting to kind of look for a CEU course, but it's really going to be an opportunity to see some common kind of missteps that we as
Mhm.
lactation professionals may be making, and then taking some accountability and really seeing the value in how our words and how we're communicating and using language with families
Mhm.
can make or break their relationship with breastfeeding and trust with their bodies. So it can really, if you're able to kind of like hone in those good language and communication skills, that may translate into getting more referrals, that may translate into getting parents wanting to circle back around for follow-up. So it can have that positive ripple effect in other areas in the way that you're supporting families.
And this is not only for new IBCLCs, it's also for seasoned IBCLCs because language is constantly changing and evolving, right? That's number one. And also maybe how we practiced 10 years ago is not how we practice, things have
Yeah.
evolved, right? And we want to know what we can do to really stay up to date and be inclusive and respectful to our families and listen to them. And I think you were doing a wonderful job of putting this all together in a package for us.
Definitely. I'm excited for everybody to tune in and listen to it and check it out. I think you're good whether you're a seasoned vet, you've been in the game for decades, or you've been here for a couple of months and you're newly into the field. I think there's going to be a lot of value and actionable takeaways for you to get started as soon as you end the session.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. So before I let you go here today, Erika, any final last words of wisdom for our viewers here you want to share?
Sure. So really, I encourage people to listen to all the ethical sessions with an open mind and an open heart, and really try to take advantage of the opportunity to continue to grow into the profession. And then also just to plug that around the time that this is coming out, I'm also having a course around communication that's coming out as well, that you'll
Mhm.
be able to find information about on my website. So if you have any questions about that, you're more than welcome to reach out.
Absolutely. And what is the name of your website so our viewers can find you?
Yeah, so you can find me the information specifically on the course and information on speaking will be at levelingupandlactation.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Erika Dudley, for sitting down here with me, chatting about the wonderful work you're doing and about the presentation of a leveling up language in lactation. So thank you so very much for that.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And for our viewers now, if you're interested in this presentation and all the other presentations of the ethics package, we invite you to go to goldlearning.com to find out more information there as well. Thank you again for being here with me chatting today, Erika, and thank you to all of our viewers here at Gold. Bye-bye, everyone.